Hi friends, it's your buddy Matt, the global ergonomist and ergo coach. Welcome to another Strong Qigong here on the Intracoastal Waterway of North Florida, outside my hometown of St. Augustine, Florida. Today was a cool class with a lot of flow state. We started as always with our 3 visualizations, sharpening our mind on the stone of the breath, then moving to cleansing the inner body, a classic from the Qigong tradition, and then right into our blowing on the embers of all 3 cauldrons, the cauldron of the mind, the cauldron of the heart, and the cauldron of the body. From there, we went into a single-handed silk reeling, first to the east and then to the west. Then we went into 2-handed silk reeling, which invited us to work into more formal Tai Chi and Qigong routines, one being Master Wong calms waters, and the other being waving hands like clouds. This one was a lot of fun, and I hope you'll enjoy it. Hope, as always, you'll hit the subscription button and the notification bell and the like button, and then hope you'll share and comment, because we love growing this community and having you join us here for Strong Qigong. As always, as you know, we use 3 visualizations in Strong Qigong. Sharpening the mind on the stone of the breath, cleansing the inner body, a classic from the Qigong literature and the Qigong tradition, and then also blowing on the embers. And these are guided meditations. You'll notice we have things in there like affirmations. Non-sleep deep rest is what the neuroscientists call it. But anyway, let us begin. That's a little bit of inside baseball. Let's go ahead and begin, as we always do, starting with long, slow, deep, silent breaths. Deep and slow, quiet and even. In through the nose and out from the mouth. In through the belly and out from the chest. In through the heart and out from the mind. Today we're going to get a visit from the garbage truck, which I see coming around here, so that's going to be even more fun. Welcome to North Florida. Keep the breathing long, slow, deep and silent. In through the nose, out from the mouth. In through the heart, out from the mind. As you do so, begin to focus on each breath cycle. Now that breath cycle has an in-breath and an out-breath, or what we like to call yin-hail and yang-hail. Yang-hail being the pushing breath. And that's what we're doing here. We're emphasizing that breath. At the bottom of each breath cycle, extend your exhale. Let it drop a little lower each time. Use your floating ribs. Squeeze a little more air out at the bottom of the lobes of each lung. As you do, that's the key to a deep breath. When you go to inhale through your nose, you'll realize that's how you control the inhale, by squeezing out more of the exhale. The neuroscientists call this respiratory sinus arrhythmia. We call it sharpening the mind on the stone of the breath, and we say the key to taking a deep breath isn't how much we draw in. The key to taking a deep breath is how much we blow out. So at the bottom of every breath cycle, extend your exhale. Beautifully done. Now, if you're comfortable with eyes closed, invite the eyes to close. And use this powerful visualization. Imagine that someone has passed down through centuries and generations a samurai sword for you to care until you pass it down. And as you care for it, you are in charge of keeping it polished and sharp. This is your mind. This represents your mind. So as you inhale, imagine you're sharpening that stone. You're caring for that stone. And you're caring for that sword. The stone is the breath. As you inhale, you draw the blade across the stone carefully. When you get to the end of your inhale, you turn the blade over. You exhale across the blade on the other side, carefully. At the end of the exhale, you turn the blade and you draw it from you. As you exhale, you push it from you. So with every inhale drawing towards you, with every exhale pushing from you. focusing where that blade meets the stone of the breath. As you continue to breathe in this manner, begin to focus on the fleeting moment where the out-breath changes to in-breath, and the in-breath changes back to out-breath. Find or seek those fleeting moments. We call that sharpening the mind on the stone of the breath. It's an excellent way to get your dopamine system sharpened as well. Your mind represents that samurai sword. Your breath represents that stone. And this is how we get centered with all that goes on around us. After a few more breaths in this manner, as you focus on those fleeting moments, the flipping of the blade, you can invite your eyes to gently, slowly flutter open as a butterfly might leave a flower. Welcome back. Now we go into our warm-ups. Remember, from head to toe, beginning with yoga neck roll, we take that deep breath in, our head floats like a balloon on a string. We go to exhale by pursing our lips, slowly letting air out of the balloon, and the chin drops to the chest. Then we inhale and draw one ear past one shoulder. Exhale all the way across the chest. Inhale the opposite ear past the opposite shoulder. Exhaling across the chest, inhaling ear past shoulder. Follow that rhythm of your breath and rock from side to side. Those semicircular canals in your inner ear have little stones in them called otoliths, and they roll around. And there's 3 of those canals, and they're in all 3 axes of movement, 3 dimensions, X, Y, and Z. You're rolling those little stones around in concert with your breath, in concert with your diaphragm. So your phrenic nerve, which controls your diaphragm, is synchronizing with your vagus nerve, which gives you interoception. That is body sense, position sense, and body sense. Moving in concert. Beautifully done. And on your next exhale, you can pause at the chin and the chest. Inhale the chin back upright as we work our way into the upper respiratory sinus. You know this one. We loop the shoulder blades forward and upward with every inhale. You bring it around back and squeeze it downward and backward. Continuing this looping movement with every breath, waking up the areas between the shoulder blades. Beautifully done. Looping. Then almost imperceptibly, you make gentle fists and start crossing your wrist, and then making big elbow loops with the same breath cycle. Inhaling, big loops with those elbows. Squeezing downward with every exhale, crossing wrists again. And the next time your hands drop, you can open your palms facing upward and get the arms involved. Big inhales, big exhales, and continue in this manner. Now, like me, if your knees just naturally fall into the groove, let them. And let this be a whole body movement as you inhale deeply and exhale completely. Well done. Then just return to those gentle fists and throw some elbows like you did before, just to wind it down as we work down the body. And then from the elbows, just those shoulders where you started out. Way good. Love it. This is how we get upper respiratory sinus involved. Now on your next exhale, you can relax everything. Turn your eyes towards one hand and begin to scoop and toss each hand behind you from side to side. Your eyes follow your hand follows your breath follows your mind. This is silk reeling. We call it windmills. And just as you did before, you start to explore each upper extremity. So you go from palm open, big arm movements into those elbow rolls. Big loops with each elbow and a gentle fist. After you've done those elbow loops, turning your trunk, shifting your weight, you can get into your shoulder rolls. Big looping shoulder rolls. You were doing them with both shoulders, now you're doing each one. Turning trunk, shifting weight, whole body, which works us down into the lower respiratory sinus, the lower thoracic spine. You go seamlessly the next time you shift weight right into ragdoll. You begin to turn from side to side. Beautifully done. Breathing deeply, slowly, quietly, and evenly, take ragdoll into pellet drum and start to slap or tap the opposite shoulder and let the back hand tap the hip wherever it winds up behind you. And after you've slapped or tapped the top of your shoulder, you can drift down to the top of your chest, up around your collarbone. After you've tapped or slapped your top collarbone, invite everything to hit down at those floating ribs, bottom of the rib cage. And after you've slapped or tapped those ribs, let it drop to the hip. Well done. We've got that upper half of the body warmed up. We'll work to the lower half now. You know what comes next. Your hands drift to your hips, and you make those big hula hoop maneuvers, looping your hips. Make them as big as you can, comfortably, taking deep and slow, quiet and even breaths. After you've looped in one direction, simply pause and loop in the opposite direction. We call stirring the bowl, like you've got a sip of wine at the bottom of a wine glass and you're just swirling it around in the bell of the glass. After a few more, allow yourself to settle into the middle, step out each side, one foot and then the other, and drop as low as you comfortably can for where you can bounce like old Western riding a horse. This is Mabu, the horse riding stance. This is where we do the Great Bear swings. We take a deep breath in. As we exhale, we turn our shoulders, we drop down. As we inhale, we turn our shoulders, rise to pause. And exhale, turn shoulders, drop down. Inhale, rise to pause, resting your hands anywhere they're comfortable on your thighs. As you follow your breath upward and you follow your breath downward. Beautifully done. And once you've gone from side to side, invite yourself to pause at the bottom. Inhale your trunk back upright and begin to shift weight on a figure eight. Rock your little boat on your moonlit night, on your placid Lake Junaluska or Intracoastal Waterway. And work on keeping the trunk upright. And as you change direction round each corner, almost like a dance move, but Tai Chi and Qigong is almost like a dance. And just get a feel for that groove, for that rocking. Then invite yourself to return to center. And there goes the truck. Yay! Shift weight to one side, raise one heel. Then shift weight to the other side, raise toe, forgive me. Back onto the heel, like so. And just raise each toe as you shift from side to side. You can rest your hands on your hips if you're so inclined. Yay, garbage truck. All right, from side to side. Now, finally, you can settle back into the middle. Bring your feet back into your center stance. Shoulder width, shift weight to one foot, raise the opposite heel, loop the knee. And whichever direction you chose is fine. Simply pause, loop in the opposite direction. Then shift weight, get the other foot, loop. Imagine everything draining into the ground now, and then loop in the opposite direction. Well done. Settle into the middle. All that's left are wrist, hands, and forearms. Remember your Lao Gong points, wherever your middle finger meets your palm, are important energy centers, known as Lao Gong points. You begin to exhale your palms down, maybe your knees follow. You begin to inhale your palms up. You continue to breathe in this manner, calibrating your breath with your movement. This is Qigong breathing, and this is the next visualization we love so much. This is an ancient one. It's called cleansing the inner body. So if you can do so with eyes closed, use the power of your own personal visualization, imagination, concentration, and meditation. When your palms rise, inhale, exhale down, and envision glowing mist forming in the core of the earth, rising through the soles of the feet, through the trillions of cells of your inner body to collect in your upper dantian, your mind's eye center. As you exhale, imagine that glowing mist formed a glowing cloud, that glowing cloud formed a glowing rain, and that glowing rain washes down those trillions of cells of your inner body past the soles of your feet back into the earth. So this visualization is breathing into and out from the earth. With every inhale, a glowing mist rises. With every exhale, a glowing rain falls, washing the inner body, preparing us for all that follows. So on your next inhale, invite your hands to pause at heart height in a hugging stance. This is our loving stance, our meditative pose known as stand like tree, where we take inventory of our alignment. And with long neck and light head floating up like that balloon, our heavy shoulders and our heavy tail melt downward. And between them, our spine gently stretches with every breath. This is known as the string of pearls in the ancient Asian literature. The hands hover as if you're tenderly hugging a long-lost loved one. The feet are parallel in a firm, rooted stance, like a mighty oak. With soft knees and soft belly, you just hover there. And your three energy centers rest peacefully on one another, as if you carefully selected, gathered, balanced, and stacked three perfectly smooth river rocks on life's river's edge. With soft knees and soft belly, soft breath and soft gaze, or best of all, eyes closed, we feel the echoes of the chi we stirred, and we see our warm-ups in our mind's eye, from the yoga neck roll through those shoulder rolls, from stirring the bowl through the great bear swings, we see it and feel it. If our eyes are closed, we enjoy it a little bit longer as our hands begin the slow journey downward, till our thumbs cross over our belly button and our folded fingers warm below. On the lower dantian, the seat of chi energy, the cauldron of the body, using the power of our visualization through closed eyes and pursed lips, as if blowing through a straw, we blow on the embers of the cauldron of the body, and we delight in the growing, glowing light. With every extended exhale, as the embers respond, and with each deep ensuing inhale, we draw the light upward. We begin to blow on the embers of the cauldron of the heart, the middle dantian, the seed of compassion and emotion. We blow on the embers of both cauldrons, filling that inner galaxy with bright light, spilling beyond the inner galaxy, bathing the space between us. Light, warm, silken, chi energy. May your body be strong, and may your heart be calm. And if your eyes are closed, enjoy it a breath or two longer as your hands begin to melt to your side, only inviting your eyes to gently, slowly flutter open, just as a butterfly might leave a flower. Welcome back. We're ready to begin. We step into the center of our little boat, and the hand on this side of your room or screen makes a gentle fist that floats before the heart. The hand on this side covers it, and together we take a deep breath in to straighten. We slowly exhale and bow to one another in a gesture of mutual respect. As we inhale ourselves back upright in gratitude for this tradition, and we exhale, our hands melt down. When we inhale again, we inhale them up overhead till they're an inch apart, and slowly, Deliberately exhale down our center line. This is centering the qi where we begin and end. We do one more in deference to the Shaolins. We inhale the hands up and the palms come together. And in the Shaolin manner, we exhale to that heart center, that we glow. We inhale, elbows rise and wrists straighten. And when we exhale, hands melt down and we are ready. We step out into our little boat where we began, unlock those knees and inhale the hands up an inch apart, and then exhale down, inviting the knees and hands to move in concert with our breath. Knees and hands float, and knees and hands melt with every inhale and every exhale. We know this lovingly as sinking the qi, and it's where we calibrate our movement, deciding how high we reach, deciding how low we go, while we maintain those three smooth river rocks resting peacefully on one another. So we always keep our trunk upright, head over shoulders, shoulders over hip. Beautifully done. Follow the breath upward, follow it downward. And at the bottom of this next one, inhale those hands extended in front of you to heart height, and then exhale back down. We know this one is opening the door. The first move in formal Tai Chi and Qigong routine. When our hands rise again, we'll spread them wide and we'll pause. The hand on this side of the screen finds the hip, rests right in there like that. The hand on this side drops down, crosses, and then loops out. And our eyes follow the hand, and the hand follows the breath. This is single hand silk reeling. Now, if you want to calibrate your breath, as you cross your center line, you're inhaling, you inhale, and as you push out, you exhale. And you continue to inhale to center, and exhale to side. And this is single hand silk reeling. Remember that shifting weight on a figure eight. See if you can get your hips looping just ever so slightly as you change direction. Turning trunk, shifting weight. Beautifully done. Now, in a moment, we're going to keep that turn of trunk and shift of weight going as this hand will call to the east, finds its hip on the east. So simply rock back and forth like so. Shift weight on a figure eight like you were doing earlier. And when you go to change directions again, invest in the Western hand. So you simply get the other hand looping just like you were doing, moving in concert. Beautifully done. Single-handed silk reeling to the west. Same breath, inhale to center, exhale to side. Beautifully done. Now the arch comes in, the dance comes in. When you feel comfortable doing so, while you loop this Western hand, you'll engage the Eastern hand and get both going in concert. So when you change direction again, you simply go into two-handed silk reeling. We like to call it wax off. We have a wax on version, we have a wax off version. Beautifully done. Remember your turn in trunk, remember your shift in weight, and if you can, get a little bit of that swivel in the hips, that shifting weight on a figure eight. Beautifully done. And now we can do a very simple variation. We're already doing our wax off, two-handed silk reeling, and now we just make sure that as the hand crosses the face, we begin to lead with the elbow and we gaze into the back of that hand. And just like that, we're working our way into one of our forms of Master Wong calms waters. The only other thing we have to do is follow it behind us. So the turn in trunk gets a little greater until that hand is behind us and we're looping in both directions. So if you can do so, carry it behind you from side to side. Eyes follow hands, hands follow breath, breath follows mind. When you get behind you, you take a deep breath in, and as you exhale all the way across, that's how you calibrate your breath. Beautifully done. Shifting weight, turning trunk. Now, we'll start to unwind Master Wong Calms Its Waters by bringing it back from side to side. So no longer reaching behind. And we'll go into our next move fluidly, one of our favorites. All you got to do is roll the wrist so palm is facing. And the lower hand starts to cup. And you go from side to side. And just like that, you are waving hands like clouds. So you went from single hand, silk reeling to the east, single hand, silk reeling to the west, to both hands, silk reeling, to Master Wong Calms Waters, and now waving hands like clouds. Beautifully done. All flowing, all smooth, silky, chi energy. And on your next return, pause in the middle in our favorite stance known as Embracing Moon. We'll inhale and rise, and we'll switch and exhale down. And inhale and rise. And as you exhale, imagine compressing this ball of silken chi energy. Beautifully done. And on this next one, invite your hands to drop and sink your chi. Inhale and rise. Exhale and fall. Beautifully done. Continue. Well done. And we'll finish where we left off. The next time your hands drop, just pause at the bottom, inhale them heart height in front of you, open the door, a few breaths. Well done. Then when your hands rise again, when you feel comfortable doing so, spread them wide and stand like tree. So with long neck and light head floating upward, our heavy shoulders and heavy tail melt downward. Between them, our spine gently stretches in each direction with a string of pearls with every breath. The hands hover as if we tenderly hug that long-lost loved one. Feet are parallel in that firm, rooted stance like a mighty oak. And those three energy centers we lovingly, carefully selected, balanced, stacked, are resting peacefully on one another on life's river's edge, like three smooth river rocks. With soft knees and soft belly, soft breath and soft gaze, or best of all, eyes closed, we feel the echoes of the chi we stirred. We see the dance in the mind's eye, the visualization of wax off to the east, wax off to the west, wax off in both directions. Master Wong calms waters and waving hands like clouds. We see it and feel it. As we do, our hands take the final journey downward until the thumbs once again cross over the belly button, the folded fingers once again warm on the cauldron of the body. Through closed eyes and pursed lips, as if blowing through a straw, we blow on the embers of the cauldron of the heart, the mind, and the body. We draw the light upward and we begin to blow on the embers of the mind, filling the inner galaxy with light, blowing on the embers of all three cauldrons, blowing on the embers and filling it with the brightest light yet, the cauldron of the mind, the home of our visualization, concentration, and meditation. And if eyes are closed, we enjoy it as we fill the inner galaxy with light, spilling out and bathing the space between us, filling the space between us, bathing the world around us, filling the world around us and bathing life itself with light, warm, silken chi energy. May your body stay strong. May your heart stay calm. And may your mind stay sharp. May your spirit stay free. Yi Dao, Qi Dao, which means where the mind goes, Qi follows. Beautifully done. If eyes are closed, we enjoy it as our hands begin to melt to our side, only inviting the eyes to gently, slowly flutter open as a butterfly might leave a flower. We step back into the center of our little boat. Our hands inhale up about an inch apart, slowly exhale down, centering our chi as promised at the beginning. So the hand on this side can make the fist, the hand on this side can cover it. Together we take a deep breath in to straighten, and slowly exhale and bow, and you give yourselves the round of applause you've earned for being the light you made in today's world. Thank you so much.